Ford CEO Jim Farley just dropped a bombshell. He's hinting that Ford might be bringing cars back, and get this, they've already shown a mysterious new model to dealers. What's this mean for you? Well, if you're into muscle cars, things are about to get interesting. While other companies are bailing on the market, Ford's doubling down. This could shake up everything we thought we knew about American cars. So, stick around because we're about to dive into why Ford might be making the smartest move in years. While other automakers are retreating from the muscle car market, Ford's Mustang is roaring ahead. But here's the kicker, it's not just outselling its rivals, it's redefining what a modern muscle car can be. What's making buyers choose the Mustang over everything else? Let's break it down. First off, let's talk numbers. The Mustang isn't just selling well, it's crushing the competition. It's outperforming the Dodge Challenger, Chevrolet Camaro, Toyota Supra, and Nissan Z. That's not just impressive, that's domination. So, what's Ford's secret sauce? It starts with the heart of the beast, that growling V8 engine. While other companies are moving away from big engines, Ford's doubling down. The 5.0L V8 in the GT model is a crowd pleaser. Buyers love the power and the potential for tuning. It's like Ford saying, "You want muscle? We've got muscle." But it's not just about what's under the hood. Ford's nailed the look too. The new Mustang's got this aggressive styling that's turning heads, and the color options? They're not messing around. We're talking Atlas blue and other eye-catching shades that make the car pop. It's like they designed it to look good in your driveway and on your Instagram. Now, let's talk about the sound. You know that feeling when you hear a great engine rev? The new Mustang's got that in spades. The active exhaust system is like music to gearheads' ears. Some folks are saying it's one of the best sounds in the auto industry. It's not just a car, it's a symphony on wheels. But hey, no car is perfect, right? The interior is getting mixed reviews. Some people love the updated materials, saying it's a step up from older models. Others, though, aren't so hot on some of the plastics used. The digital gauge cluster is causing some grumbles too, but overall, the consensus is it's an improvement. Here's the thing, though, while the price is creeping up, the Mustang's still a solid value compared to the alternatives. You're getting a lot of car for your money, especially when you stack it up against the competition. What's really interesting is how Ford's playing this. While Dodge is phasing out their V8s and Chevy is saying goodbye to the Camaro, Ford's going all in. They're filling a gap that's opening up in the market. CEO Jim Farley's even said they'll keep making V8s as long as it's legal. That's a pretty bold statement in today's auto industry. While Ford's doubling down on V8s, Dodge and Chevy seem to be throwing in the towel on muscle cars. It's like they're leaving money on the table. What's going on behind the scenes that's making these iconic brands walk away from their heritage? Let's talk about Dodge first. They're phasing out their 392 Challenger and Charger models, cars that made Dodge synonymous with raw American muscle. But now, they're hitting the brakes. It's not just a slight change in direction, it's a full-on U-turn. And Chevy? They've confirmed they're discontinuing the Camaro. This isn't just any car we're talking about. The Camaro's been a cornerstone of American muscle for decades. It's like McDonald's saying they're done with burgers. It just doesn't make sense. So, what's behind all this? Dodge's leadership is pointing fingers at government regulations and the push toward EVs. But here's the thing, plenty of car enthusiasts aren't buying that excuse. They're saying Dodge just doesn't get what made their brand special in the first place. Check this out. Dodge is planning to replace these muscle cars with EVs, but the reaction from their core fans? It's not good. These new electric models are being called big and bloated. That's not exactly what you want to hear when you're trying to keep your muscle car cred. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. EVs. Both Dodge and Chevy are shifting toward electric vehicles. On paper, it makes sense. EVs are the future, right? But here's where it gets tricky. The guys who love muscle cars, they're not exactly lining up for silent, battery-powered rides. They want the rumble, the power, the raw feel of a big engine. EVs just don't deliver that same experience. What's happening is a clash between corporate decisions and what the fans actually want. It's like these companies are forgetting who made them successful in the first place. Muscle car enthusiasts are feeling left out in the cold, watching their favorite brands turn into something they don't recognize. But here's where it gets interesting. While Dodge and Chevy are backing out, Ford's doubling down. They're not just keeping the Mustang, they're making it better. They're sticking with those powerful V8 engines that people love. It's like Ford's looked at what's happening and said, "Nah, we're good where we are." This move by Ford could be huge. Think about it. All those Dodge and Chevy fans who feel abandoned? They might start looking at Mustangs. Ford's basically saying, "Hey, we still make the cars you love." It's a smart play. When everyone else is zigging, Ford's zagging. But let's be real, it's not all smooth sailing for Ford. The price of the Mustang is going up, but compared to what else is out there, it's still a solid deal. You're getting a lot of car for your money, especially now that the competition is thinning out. What we're seeing here is a major shift in the muscle car world. Dodge and Chevy, two of the biggest names in American muscle, are backing away. Meanwhile, Ford's planting its flag and saying we're here to stay. It's a bold move, but it could pay off big time. Ford's commitment to muscle cars is clear, but they're not stopping there. Remember when sedans were cool? Well, Ford's got a surprise that might just make you rethink everything you know about family cars and performance. Look, Ford's been playing their cards close to the chest, but rumors are flying about a potential game-changer, a four-door Mustang sedan. Yeah, you heard that right. Ford's apparently shown this mystery model to dealers already, and it's got people talking. While other companies are ditching their muscle car heritage, Ford's not just keeping it alive, they're expanding it. This isn't just about making another car, it's about giving people what they want when everyone else is walking away. But here's the thing, Ford's not putting all their eggs in one basket. They're looking at bringing back more than just the Mustang. It's like they've looked at the market and said, "Hey, there's still room for cars here," and they might be right. Now, let's talk money. Ford's prices have been creeping up. The new Mustang GT starts around $44,500. But even with these price hikes, Ford's still offering solid value compared to what else is out there. Check this out, the Mustang Dark Horse. This bad boy is packing 500 horsepower, Ford's way of saying we're still in the high-performance game. And for people who want that muscle car feel without breaking the bank, it's a pretty sweet deal. But Ford's not just thinking about power, they're thinking about experience too. They're planning this Mustang Experience Center at Charlotte Motor Speedway, with track time events for fans. It's like they're building a whole community around these cars. Here's what all this means for you. If you're looking for performance and style without emptying your wallet, Ford might be your best bet. They're filling gaps in the market. But let's be real, this isn't just about cars. It's about giving people options. While other companies are pushing everyone towards EVs, Ford is saying, "Hey, if you want a V8, we've got you covered." They're not forcing anyone into a box.